Okay, take a look at this problem really quick and you're gonna tell me, by the way, we skipped 4.5 because it's completely unnecessary. You're gonna tell me, what in the world do I do? There's a P, there's an X, and there's a Y. I can't solve for all those. I can only solve for one. Good, look at the instructions. Use transposition to solve for P. We don't really care what transposition is. Like, I don't even know what they're talking about there. But you need to solve for P, okay? So what does that mean? Your goal is to get P alone, that's all. So what are you gonna do to get P alone? It's super easy, you're just gonna move this stuff over here, okay? So you got P equals, if you move this and this over here, it just becomes the opposite sign. So negative 3x becomes positive 3x. The 4 becomes a negative 4. And then you keep your 7y that was already there. And that is your answer. It's super easy. I know you don't need to check these, but you need to make sure you're not making common errors, okay? Okay, look at the book. What does 4.7 want you to solve for? I want you to solve for y. Okay, this is gonna be a little fun. Honestly, it's a piece of cake, but it's just a little bit more complicated than the one before. You solve for y, so you have to get y by itself, right? Well, that means you have to get these guys off first. You can't get that 3 off until you get the other guys off. So you're gonna write 3y equals 2x minus 5, because you move them over. Then what are you gonna do with the 3? Divide it. See how easy this is? Divide, divide. So your answer is y equals 2/3 x minus 5/3. Bada bing, bada boom. Done. Okay, we're gonna go into the practice. So stop the video and when you come back, I'll read you the answers. Okay, go ahead and stop the video and do your practices. I do want you to do the practices on 3 and 4 today so that you can make sure that you understand both those, but then you need to look at your homework sheet to see what numbers I want you to do from those lessons. Okay, so go ahead and stop the video, do it, and then come back. I'm gonna read the answers right now. A is 21, B is -9, and C is -3x, a to the -3, m to the -1, plus a to the 3rd, m, x to the -1. Or if you have them in the denominator, just make sure it's in the right form. Not the right form, but the right answer. Okay, let me do these for you really quickly. You have A. It says AB squared minus B. So A is 2 and B is -3. So here you go. A is 2, B is -3. So you have 2 times 9, because -3 squared is 9, plus 3. So that'd be 18 plus 3, which equals 21. B. xy minus -xy plus y. X is 2 and y is -3. -3. Okay, so here we go. 2 times -3 is -6 minus. -2 times -3 is 6 plus a -3. Okay, so that's going to be a 3. So you got -6 minus 3, which equals -9. Okay, and then the last one. Which is always the fun one, right? Look, when you write this in your book, go ahead and just write it with all your variables in the numerator. So here we go. 2a -3 m -1 x minus 5a to the -3 m to the -1 x plus a to the 3 m to the 1 x to the -1. Let's just check that we did that correctly. Okay, so what is going to be the same? This and this is going to be the same, so it's going to be -3a to the -3 m to the -1 x plus a to the 3 m x to the -1. Okay, those are your practices for lesson 3. Let's get into lesson 4. Okay, let me read you these answers. I don't know about you, but I think these practices were fun. Okay, here we go. A is 4a to the negative 3, b to the 2 over x squared, minus 2a to the negative 6 over c b to the negative 4. B is 9 over 13. I hope you checked B, because checking B is actually harder than doing B. But you can always use your calculator, by the way. Put those fractions into decimals and just plug it in really quickly just to make sure you're getting it right. You can do it in your calculator. I don't have a problem with that, because I'll easily be able to tell whether or not you checked it, if you're getting it right or if you're getting it wrong, right? So it's not about me seeing the check for those x's, it's about you doing the check. Okay, let's look at this one in case you need help with it. So we have 4a, by the way, I took this out because we don't need it, right? 4a to the negative 4 plus 1 is going to be negative 3, b squared over c, and c x squared. So we can also take out that c really quickly. Then we have 2 to the a to the negative 6, b to the negative 4. Okay, and that literally is, oops, I forgot the c, haha. There you go. That is our answer, right? We just have to write it again. So 4a to the negative 3, b squared, x squared minus 2a to the negative 6, cb to the negative 4. Okay, let's do b. So it's going to be 2 times 1/8 minus 3 over 2x equals negative 1/4 x plus 2. Okay, you can see the whole thing good. So 2 times 1/8 is 1/4, because you're canceling, right? Minus 2 times negative 3 halves is actually going to be negative 3x equals positive 1/4 x minus 2. Okay, so let's combine the x's. We'll add a 3 over here. When we add that 3, let's just make the common denominator right now, which is 4. 3 times 4 is 12, so it's going to be 12 over 4 for that one. So that's 13 over 4x plus 2 on this side. That's 8 over 4, right? You're like, Miss Jessica, how are you doing that so fast? Well, just remember, 1 times 4 is 4, so 2 times 4 is 8. 1 times 4 is 4, so 3 times 4 is 12. That's how you do that really quickly. So 1/4 plus 8/4 is 9/4. So there's your equation now. 9/4 equals 13/4 x. So you just crisscross and multiply over here. 4 over 13, right? So to get your answer is like super easy, right? Cancel, cancel. Your answer is, I'm gonna put it over here so you can see it on the screen. 9 over 13 when you cancel. The hard part is checking it. So let's check it really quickly. We have 2 times 1/8 minus 3 halves times 9 over 13 equals negative 1/4 times 9 over 13 plus 2. So you've got 2 times 1/8 minus 27 over 26. Oh yeah, okay. Scared me. Okay, so we have it 26. Here we go. Equals negative 1/4 times 9/13 is going to give you a negative 9 over 52 plus 2. Okay. So then you multiply. I'd multiply this first, because that's going to give you a 1/4. Minus 27 over 13 equals 952 minus 2. Okay. Back you up a little bit so you can still see a little bit more. So this common denominator here is going to be 52, right, with the 4 and the 13. So you've got 4 times 13 equals 52, so that's going to be 13 up here, because 13 times 1 is 13. Then this one's going to be 13 times 4 is 52, so 27 times 4 is going to give you 108. 108. So 108 minus 13 is going to give you negative, let's start over here, negative 95 over 52. Okay, let's see what we get on the other side. 9 over 52 minus 2 is going to do, what's 2 times 52 is 104, negative 104 over 52. So 9 minus 104 is also going to give you a negative 95 over 52. Okay, if you say, oh my, that's a really hard way to check that, Miss Jessica. Look, you can also go into your calculator and you can do, look at your book, and I'm going to say it to you what I'm putting in the calculator. I'm going to go into the parentheses and go 1 divided by 8. 1 divided by 8 is 0.125 minus parentheses. 3 divided by 2 is 1.5. So I'm just going to put in 1.5, but you can put it in parentheses to get 3 over 2. Times parentheses 9 divided by 13, because that's your answer. And do another parentheses and then hit enter. Okay, you get a negative 0.913 something, something, something. Okay, so you need that for the other side. Go over to the other side and do, pardon, and then you have to multiply it by 2. So negative 0.9 divided by times 2. Negative 1.8, something like that, close to that. Okay, so then on the other side, you have a negative 1/4, which is a negative 0.25, times, parentheses 9 divided by 13, plus 2, and then add a negative, and you get a negative 1.8. So you can do it in your calculator and see that you're getting an estimated the same answer, which means that your answer is right. So you could do it either way. You could either do this relajo, or you could learn how to work your calculator well by dividing your fractions to get decimal points and making sure that you're doing it correct. Okay, that's it for lessons 3 and 4. So go for it. Look at your page, look at your homework sheet so you know which ones you're supposed to be doing.